the trailer kind of spoiled thing. I was fortunate enough to not see any media. I just jumped straight into Stranger Things 4. So when I see James Hopper being alive, I was pretty surprised. Granted, maybe not too surprised since they wanted to extend that story arc so they have another perspective. Otherwise, Joyce and Murray just going to stay in town and do nothing, I guess. Let us put aside Jim Hopper's story. 11 just got bullied by Angela. Apparently, she just want to be the class character that makes you really hate her. I kind of like that how she retaliate against Angela. It's like my childhood fantasy. Always picture myself having an invisible force to kill my bullies. It's kind of like a wet dream for kids. Anywho, when we talk about the main villain, Vecna, he's kind of like a sadistic kind of guy. He likes to play with his victim, but for some reason, he hates Patrick the most. Everyone else, Chrissy, Max, and Fred, they all like slowly ascend to the sky, but for Patrick, no, he's just going to screwy kill him. No mercy, nothing. No more foreplay, walking around slowly and all that kind of shit. Just straight up murder him in front of everyone.
That doesn't seem fair.
And he's also kind of a screwed up guy. He claimed that he was easing their pain, but he was subjecting them constantly for like the entire week. Now with all that, I think there's just a like small little thing here. For Chrissy's Gate, they did have a scene where the special agent were there to investigate, but after that, they went missing. No idea where did they go. And then the kids just go into the apartment like nothing also, which means it's not secured as well. I'm not sure what's happening with the special agent aspect, but I think this might be another thing that might be answered in part 2. Also, just one more thing, for Nancy's attack by Vecna. I don't think Vecna think through. I guess he used his psychic attack too much. He don't really have the capacity to plan out a full sketch attack. He was attacking Nancy as she is like near the gate, so you can actually imagine that after the attack, she will just float up like the rest of the victims. Then eventually her body will go through the gate. Then I think the rest of the crew can just attach her favorite music and free her. I guess so. That might be the plan. That might be what we're gonna see for part 2. I think for the main story wise, this is all nitpicking I have. The rest of the nitpicking is just really small things like when we see the police officer drifting in the middle of the cross section. Well, that is cool, but when we look at the road, there's a lot of drifting mileage. Maybe that's the most popular road for the town people to practice drifting. And just one more thing, there's an incident where Eddie just survived Patrick and Jason attack. Then Nancy was like asking him what do he remember the time of the incident. Then Eddie happened to say, hey, I got this digital watch that is soaked, spoiled. It somehow is able to retain the time of the incident. Now, I don't recall a digital watch that is spoiled can still display any numbers, but maybe this is just one of the Stranger Things element as well. But what really bothers me is they actually added some mechanical sound effect on a plastic watch.
He wasn't.
I'm just going to assume that they wanted to really try to throw a Rolex in, but they just figured out the cost is a little too high for a Rolex to be wasted here. So there's that. Other than that, that is pretty much my afterthought for the entire film. And from this hint, I think we will know how 11 is going to beat 1.
I love you.
I can't wait for the second film and we will do this yet again. I'll be surprised if you are still here, but if you do, you are awesome and I will see you next time.